Imagine beginning your day with a stroll to your local cafe. The sun is shining, the air is fresh, and you've just left your home in Portugal, one that cost you much less than it would in the USA. Today, we're comparing real estate in Portugal and the United States of America, from prices to processes, and what your money really gets you. We've got you covered, so stay in your seats. So first things first, let's talk about numbers. In Portugal, the average price for property depends on the region, with major cities such as Lisbon and Porto seeing much higher prices. In the Lisbon area, you can expect to pay between 450 to 600,000. That's around $518,000 to $690,000 for a typical family home. While in the Porto area, the cost is roughly 300 to 450,000, which is 345 to 518,000 in dollars. The Algarve will set you back around 400 to 550,000 in euros and 460 to 630,000 in dollars US. While the Alentejo, North and Central Portugal offer properties at under 300,000 euros, which is about $350,000. In contrast, you can spend well over $1 million for a typical family home in New York or San Francisco, while property prices in Miami are also much more expensive than in Portugal, often reaching up to 744,000 euros, which is about $800,000. In cities such as Chicago and Philadelphia, however, you can find much more affordable properties, as you would in more rural areas. So let's break this down. In practical terms, a $500,000 budget in Portugal could buy you a spacious apartment in the Porto area or a villa in the countryside, if you shop smart. In New York, however, you might get a small studio if you're lucky. Portugal offers not just lower prices, but also greater value per square metre in many regions, especially if you're looking beyond the capital. Price is one thing, but what do you actually get? In Portugal, you'll find a range of properties from modern city apartments with balconies to spacious countryside homes or beachside villas with terraces. While central heating isn't standard, many newer or renovated homes now include underfloor heating or air conditioning units. In the US, you'll find modern apartments in the cities, but in the suburbs, you're more likely to find larger homes with garages, basements, and open plan layouts, but often in car-dependent neighbourhoods. In Portugal, walkability is a major bonus, whether you're in Lisbon, Porto, or a small coastal village. Everyday amenities are often just a short walk away. And then there's the view. Coastal towns in Portugal offer ocean views at a fraction of US prices. So now, the question you'll want to know is the buying process easy? Is it similar to buying a home in the US? Well, the good thing to know is that the process is largely straightforward and international buyers will have no restrictions in buying a property in Portugal. But there are key differences that you'll want to be aware of. First, Portugal has no centralised multiple listing service system where you can find all the real estate agent listings like you do in the USA. And because of this, it can be tricky to find all the available properties on the market. Also, real estate agents often represent the seller in Portugal, unlike the USA, which means that having an independent buyer's agent that protects your interests is key to a successful sale. And when it comes to the process, there are a few things to bear in mind. In Portugal, firstly, you'll need a Portuguese tax number, known as a NIF, and at the same time explore financing options if needed to get mortgage pre-approval. Next, you've got to find your ideal property, ideally with the help of a real estate professional. They can also help with negotiating the best price for you. Next, you'll sign a reservation agreement and a promissory contract with a deposit, which is usually around 10% of the purchase price. And then you'll need to sign the final deed known as the escritura, which is when you pay the rest and register the property as your own. This is slightly different from the USA, where you'll start with mortgage pre-approval, find yourself an agent, search for your desired property, and then make an offer. After that, it's inspection time, appraisal, title insurance, and finally closing. A key difference is that in Portugal, hiring an independent lawyer is essential. There's no title insurance, so your lawyer must check ownership rights, debts, and registry records. This is very different in the USA, where title insurance protects against issues with the deed, and escrow holds your money safely until the deal is closed. Also, please bear in mind that the taxes that you'll need to pay are different. While upfront taxes tend to be higher in Portugal, annual taxes are significantly less. For example, a property worth €1 million would set you back just €2,000 a year in Portugal, whereas in the USA it could be as high as 5% per year. So, which market fits you better? If you want space, modern infrastructure and a familiar system, then the US is going to deliver for you. But if you're after quality of life, lower housing costs and a more relaxed day-to-day, Portugal might be a better match. It's not just a financial decision though. It's about how you want to live. Lifestyle for many is everything. Plus, Portugal's property market is thriving right now. Investors looking to get a bite of the apple will find the potential here for high returns, and ultimately the choice is yours. If you'd like to chat through your options with us, we'd be more than happy to help. Simply get in touch at our website and hopefully we'll speak soon. We've also linked our complete comparison guide to Portugal versus USA real estate below. You can check it out in your own time.